So basically, a font is the style. In a way, we can say the style of the text to display. How many fonts are there? No, no, no. My question is, how many fonts are there? My question is, how many fonts are there? So many. You have to listen carefully. This is very important in interviews. My question is not how many types of fonts. My question is not how many styles of fonts. My question is how many fonts are there? Hundreds, thousands. If I cannot say, if someone asks you how many stars are there, there is no number to it. Fixed number to it. That is colors. That too. Not colors, color names only. CSS or browser supports so many lakhs of colors, but it supports up to 140 names. If you wanted to give red color, you can give red red. That is the name. Purple is the name. Violet is the name. Like that, it supports up to 140 colors. Got it? So thousands of fonts are there. Times New Roman, it's not there probably. If you want, you can download it and use it. We are going to learn that today. Google Fonts has hardly around 1500 fonts are there. If you want anything beyond that, you have to download it and use it. Got a point? Today we'll be learning that also. Okay. So there are three ways we can apply font. Inbuilt fonts, as I said, browser comes with certain fonts. Visual Studio Code is also supporting them. So inbuilt fonts is one thing, or get fonts from Google Fonts. There are so many websites are like Google Fonts. You can get it. You have to follow their instructions. Google Fonts is popular for this. Google is famous for search. Google is famous for video. Google is famous for emails. Same. Google is famous for fonts also. If you wanted to use any font other than in the mentioned list, Google Fonts, we can use it. There is a separate procedure for that. We'll let you know. And how many types of fonts are there? Types. Five types. What are those five types? Serif, sans serif, cursive, monospace, and see, it's like movies has different genres: crime, suspense, thriller. Like that, so different genres are there. Say maybe have five categories are there. Each category is some specific style. Cursive style of fonts looks like handwriting. Looks like handwriting. What about serif? Grandeur. That means they'll be adding extra strokes. It's like you know simple and plain. Cursive like handwriting, and monospace same equal bit for each and everything. If you remember, if you see the paper letters in the paper, we can see whether it is a typewriter letters or not. Typewriter font. That is like actually monospace, equal width between each letters. And what is fantasy? Decorative, playful, particularly for games, kids. I don't know. You probably may not know, but my daughter used to see rhymes in YouTube. So there you will see fancy, fonts, colors, and all those things. That is fantasy. Okay. And when it comes to single font, how many styles a font can support? Maximum 80. What are those 80? Yes. 9 different different thicknesses. 9 thicknesses with italic. 9 thickness only. 9 thickness with italic. Total 80. Maximum is 80. Maximum is 80. Uh, and if I download it, you can find all the 18 fonts also. Actually, even see it's like this. I'll give thickness 200. Font style italic. There is a separate font for that actually. There is a separate font for that. It will pick automatically. Red, green, blue. It's like that. Understanding? Confusion? And how to link the font? Google font from internet to import it. We can import it in two places. Either I can import it in HTML file. I can import it in CSS file, which is recommended. Why? Why it is recommended to import in CSS than HTML? If you see, perfect. Now, if I say Google Fonts, I'm going to Google Fonts. These are the fonts I have selected in our last session. And if you see here, they have shown us how to link the font. They have shown us how to link the font here. Link, I can write like this. Link is something we have to write it in HTML file. If I have 5 HTML files, 5 places I have to link it. 1,000 HTML files, 1,000 places I have to link it. But even at the rate import is there. Here they have given at the rate import. Actually, they are showing this as internal style attribute. Sorry, style element. This is a internal. It is applicable to that page only. But what I am doing, I am copying this and pasting it in CSS file. Anyway, that CSS file we are going to link for all, applicable to all. If I have 1 lakh HTML pages, all that 1 lakh HTML pages is linked with CSS, one CSS file. If I copy paste this import statement in CSS, applicable to all 1 lakh, one to many, easy. Got a point? And now let us see about work, what we have done. I got very less submission. Weekend effect. Okay, let us check Radha. Effective low. We have a concept called object fit. What? Object fit. CSS property. You know, Text align is a CSS property. Border radius is a CSS property. Like this, there is one more CSS property called object fit. If we start using that object fit, our images looks much better. Right now, what actually is happening? Image size is different. The size we want it to display is different. Image size is 1000 by 1000, for example. I wanted to display 300 by 300. Got my point? So we are shrinking the image to 300 by 300. Image may lose its shape and quality. Using object fit CSS property, we can control it. See, it's like this. Imagine we have a circle. This is circle. If I imagine this is image, if I display it in our web page, if I increase more height, the image width is less, height is more. Will it look like circle? No, it will lose its shape. If you don't want it to lose the shape, we can still do that. We have something called object fit CSS property. If we use that object fit CSS property, our images can be looking much better. That will be dealing separate at later part. Chennai Super Kings, very good MS Dhoni, Ravindra Jadeja, Ben Bravo, Suresh Rai. See here, this text is not visible much. Got the point? So these kind of things need to be taken care. Probably if you use a white, can be displayed in all the light color. Concept is simple. Dark color background, light color text. Light color background, dark color text. Simple. More visible. If I click on this, they're applying different fonts. Colorful it is, no doubt about it. But the text is not highlighted. See, Google also use more or less some colors like this. You just take any Google logos or images. They'll use colors like they'll use the Google colors. Green will be there, blue will be there, maroon will be there. But still theirs looks attractive. That they are following it. Background color is light means dark color text. Background color dark means light color. It's like that. This you could have used bookmarkings here. Yeah. Let me see the code. Always tries to avoid the spaces in the file names, HTML file names, any file names actually. There should not be any spaces. Okay. If spaces are there, it will replace with the C. Are able to see percentage to zero. It replaces with that. So it's better to avoid it. there are issues are there, and it should end with HTML. Starting with HTML, it should end with HTML. Diagnostic variable. So it should end with HTML. It's overall good. Let me check one more. Sai Prakash. Nice UA, man. Do you have any experience in HTML CSS? Really good. Your color selection is really good. Except this, except this dark color and dark color text. Except that little about this. Here the text is visible clearly. This is expressive, easy to read. This is okay. Here a bit difficult. Yeah, so difficult. There we have to use RGBA. Got a point? Now you are faced. Now the text is not visible for Gujarat Titans. Index.html. Let me try. That is the reason I have covered RGBA. Now he has used black color text everywhere. So we have to maintain the same pattern, black color. But he has used different colors. So any color I can use it here also. So I use the same color, but a light color I use because text is a dark color, black means dark color. I use light color background. Index.html. Gujarat Titans. This one. So heading we have given the ID GT and text is then GT. Style map search with the hash. We have used this color. Let it be the same color. I'll just roll over on it. RGB is showing. Let me click on it. RGB. Same color. Now what I'll do, I'll say RGBA and here I'll use around 0.4%. Same color, light version. Same color. If you want, you can increase a bit more. Now this is looking different. This is looking. It's like light colors. If you want more, yes, you can make it more. Yes, make it 0 point. Still a bit visible. Okay, fine. Or you can use something like this color also. Now what we can do? Multiple images you can do. So many light colors are also there. Also coral. I don't know whether you have used it or not. Used it. Here in this color also text is clearly. A teal color. Okay. Then we have to follow that. If there is a reason for that color, then we have to follow that. 0.6 or 0.7. Better than earlier. Still a bit visible. Still some errors are there. Showing two new problems. The actors must be escaped. Space using Probably can ignore this number. Nice. Very good man. No need to mention this page. No need to mention this page keyword. Welcome to Lucknow Super Giants team. Team is better than page. Here, here gap is there, but here there is no gap. That is style or that is the problem. Here some space is there here for the image and the green color. But here this side no gap is there. Raleigh problem. Then we'll try to look into that. This is LSG.html. No super giants. HTML. KL Rock. Paragraph. Now given everything is inside. Div called box. Uh, box. Let me come to yes, yes, box. Display flex you have used. Display flex text align left background color. You just give adding 20 pixels. Let us see. Also, we are going to work on fonts only. Today also, we are going to work on the fonts only. Now, what we are doing, we are, as of now, either we are using inbuilt fonts, like I am just giving font family, the system is supporting the giving the list, we are selecting one. That is inbuilt fonts. As we discussed, font browser comes with certain fonts. And another thing, Google fonts we are using. Either we just select the font we like from Google font, import it in CSS file and use it. But you want certain font which is not part of inbuilt browser, not part of Google Fonts also. These kind of things are specifically useful for newspapers. For example, there is a font called there is a paper called Enad in Telugu or the Hindu in English. They use their own font. They use their own font. They will prepare it. They'll give some money to the font creators and say, please create a unique font for us. They'll pay for that and they will be creating a font. And they wanted to use it. This font is not part of the inbuilt browser, is not part of the Google font. In that case, the following approach where we can use what we create a folder called fonts, put the downloaded font into that folder, then link it. Like the way image you will be given the images folder, right? You can keep fonts folder also. Right. Now let us try. So I'm creating index.html. Now I'll say I've given HTML file. Still, why it's not coming? It is loading that. The component that Visual Studio Code and its extensions, all the features are loading. See, activating extensions. Now it is ready. We have created the basic stuff. So today we are going to work on local, like local images, local fonts. We are going to work on it. Okay. Okay. I'm creating H1. What are the IPL names are there? IPL teams. Chennai Super Kings. One. Like we have total 10 teams. Nine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams. Okay, Chennai Super Kings. Then Mumbai, Mumbai Indians. Then then there are then then kings 11 and no because then from silica then royal now I have created 11 headings here, which I can see that 11 headings. I can see all these 11 headings. I haven't created any CSS yet. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to display few players within the team and their description I wanted to show. Right? For example, let us try with the Delhi Capitals. Let us try with Delhi Capitals. There are certain players in Delhi Capitals. What are the player names in Delhi Capitals? I'll give it. What? Rishabh Pant, Rishabh Pant, Rishabh, Rishabh. Let us take only these two players. Now, if I come here, if I refresh it, Rishabh Pant is showing, Prithvi Shah is showing. Now, for our easy to understand, I make this Delhi Capitals at the starting. You can see it easily. First, I'm starting with Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals and its players. Now, I wanted to display some text about this Rishabh Pant. So, what I'll do, I'll say Rishabh. Uh, Rishabh Pant. I'm going to Rishabh Pant. Now, I wanted to display this text. And I'm creating a paragraph. I have created some text to it. Now you can see some text I am showing you. Now the point I wanted to show here is I wanted to show players of Hindi, players of Delhi Capitals in Hindi. Delhi main language is Hindi. Maharashtra main language is Marathi. Gujarat main language Gujarati. So Delhi means Hindi I wanted to show. So now I wanted to use some Hindi fonts. Without using Hindi fonts also can be done. Without using Hindi fonts also can be done. How? Now what I'll do, I'll say Google Translate. So I am pasting the text here in Google Translate. I got this text and I wanted to translate it into Hindi. So now I'm getting everything in Hindi. So I'll just copy it. I'm just copying it. And instead of displaying the text here in English, I wanted to display the text in Hindi. Now, if you are able to see, I am able to see it in Hindi. For this, I haven't applied any font name, font size, and all those things. It is taking the default one. So there is no rule that to display any language, font is mandatory. There is no rule. We can display English without assigning any font. Default font will be taken back. Exactly. We can assign. We can display text in any language. Default font will be taken. But if you want, you can use font. It looks different. Now this restrict font also, I wanted to display. I wanted. I just copy with this, and I put it here. This also. I want it in. Bishop Pant Jishri. Now, yeah, am I applying any font here? I'm not applying any font, just directly displaying the text. Likewise, if I wanted to display Gujarati text, yes, Marathi text, Tamil, Kannada, any language, not only Indian language, any language text, I can paste it in Google Translate. It gives us the language we want, and I can display it without applying any font. But it looks so simple, so normal. I wanted to apply some font style. So now what I will do, I will say in the free fonts. I'm just saying in the free fonts. I'm clicking on it in the fonts. Are able to see here? There is a font called Puti Dev 010 regular. Regular means thickness 400. Remember yesterday. 100 means thin. 200 means extra light. 300 means lighter. 300 means light. 400 means regular. So regular means it shows 400 thickness. Regular means. Now this is like this. This is like this. Probably we can use which one looks like. So now what I want, I wanted to show. There are different fonts are also available. Devanagari, Agra, Arjun, Himali. Different fonts are available. Now I will try to use this font named Agra. You can see visually difference. I am clicking on it. It should allow me to download. So the font is downloaded. Agra font is downloaded. Now this font is not available in Google Fonts. If it is available in Google Fonts, I can directly link it using import statement. But this is not available in Google Fonts. So Agra is there. So now what I will do, let me create a CSS file. Time.css and let me create another folder called fonts. Like the way we create images folder, I am creating fonts folder, and I am dragging this font. I am dragging this font into our fonts folder. So now font is added. Agra space 5.ttf. If you want, you can rename it to simply Agra. I am removing it as simply Agra.ttf. Now what I will do, I will link this CSS in index.html file. Link. Now for this Rishabh Pant, I wanted to apply this Agra font. So now I am creating one more copy. One is without applying, another is with applying. We can see the difference here. So now if you see here, Rishabh Pant twice it is showing, both look same. There is no difference. But what I will do for this, I am giving the ID and Rishabh. Some idea I am giving, so I can apply. So what I am doing now for the second step, I wanted to apply the font. So what I will do, I wanted to apply which font, Agra font I want. So how do I do that? I'll say @font face. Are you able to see? I'll type @font. It is automatically showing @font face. Enter, enter, and here you have to give where is the font. You have to give where is the font. I'll say question mark within quotes dot slash. Automatically it is suggesting I am giving fonts and I'm selecting Agra dot. And for this font, you can give whatever the name you want. You can give whatever the name you want. I am giving the name Agra. What? Agra is the name I have given. So now what I have done, I have chosen the font I want from internet. I have downloaded it, stored it into fonts folder, and I am linking it through @font face. @font face. Then we are giving our own name and we are giving the path of that font. Now what I will do, I'll say hash second Rishabh. Second Rishabh I have given ph. Now I'll say font family. Which one I have to give? Agra. Agra means the name I have given. For this name, this font is linked. Now if I come here and see, are able to see the difference between these two? This is without applying the font. This is with applying font. Difference, able to see it, right? Let me check. If you observe more difference, see here, small diamond shape is there. Here, circle is there. Got a point? That's the difference. Only for this text also, I can apply that if I want. What I'll do, I'll say paragraph. Now I'll say on family Agra. Now it will come for this paragraph also. Now see. So it has changed. Now I have done for Hindi. I can do it for any language also. Now, okay. Now what I will do? Let me delete this part. I don't want it to use element selector. This is without applying font. This is with applying for Delhi capitals. Now I wanted to try for. We'll try to use some language so people can understand. Hindi is the national language, so everyone can understand it. Then I'll try to show it in Sunrisers Hyderabad. So in Sunrisers Hyderabad, I can show Gujarati, I can show Marathi, but we should understand that. So Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now tell me the player names here. Kane Williamson. Then Deshwar, Nataraj. If you give it will come. Now I have given only one figure. Uh, Agra, I have given only one. If I want, I can give. But I'm not focusing on fallback today. Yesterday we have already focused on it, so I'm not focusing on fallback. Okay, now I'm refreshing it. Now see, Ken Williamson, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Natraj. Now Sunrisers Hyderabad means Telugu. Now I want to display these names in Telugu. So I'm copying it. Google Translate. I want it in Telugu. Telugu. Ken Williamson. Ken Williamson. Now I'm giving two. Why? With apply, without apply. Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So with apply, without apply. Then Nataraj. See here. So Ken Williamson, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Natarajan. I want Natarajan also twice. So now for this H3, I wanted to display it in center. Text align. So some right hand. Now it is displaying. Okay. Now I wanted to apply the font. Now Telugu fonts I wanted. Now I have to search for Telugu fonts. Like Hindi free fonts, I'll go for Telugu free fonts. Telugu free fonts download. Now let us see. There is a font called Font2 regular. Regular means 400 thickness. Andarki hello. Then Ponnala regular, Nandakam regular, Chatura bold, Noto Sans Telugu regular. Multiple fonts are there. Now I wanted to, I can use multiple also. Now let us try to use this. You can differentiate this easily. So I'm just downloading this. See here everything is black color. This is white color. The only border is black. Now I am trying to download this.